Our personal desires and to affection for a few persons nearest to us. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature in its beauty. I've got an artist friend in England, Neil Haig, who's got this book at neilhaig.com. Brilliant artist. And he has some amazing picture that I want. And he will produce it again and again, almost a mirror image of what I asked for. And this is what I see as the situation we're in. Symbolically, but not just symbolic. We are conscious having an experience within this virtual reality. And we connect with this virtual reality to what I call the mind. No, not our minds, the mind. I would suggest the more that I move along this journey, that what we call mind is the mind. And there are many, many aspects to it, like there are aspects to the internet. And when we connect with that mind, depends on how we experience and what we're good at, what we're not good at, what we decode, what we like, what we don't like, but it's the same mind. And so often, I see things that pass for spirituality that are blatantly expressions of mind posing as spirituality. Consciousness is that which is no time, that which is what people experience when they leave this reality, that which is eternal, that which is infinite. The mind is a construct, if you like, which allows us to experience this virtual reality. What happens is, we fall in this false identity for identifying with the mind as who we are, instead of identifying with consciousness as who we are. And that fundamentally changes the way we perceive reality and critically the way we code it. Symbolically, everything is consciousness. Everything is consciousness. But there's different expressions of consciousness. There's that which is a state of infinity and awareness that it's infinite, awareness that it's eternal, awareness that it's all possibility. And then there is consciousness that has solidified, that has become denser. And that's what I call the mind. And it's the mind that entraps us and keeps us in servitude. Just the view. I think when we are fully conscious, we have some way to go. When we are fully conscious within this reality, we are infinite. We get our sustenance from energy. What do you say? That's all it is. So when we become disconnected from consciousness in a powerful way, we go into energy debt. And therefore, this level of us needs to somehow bridge that gap. It's not necessary when we're conscious because we are connected to the energy source that gives us all the sustenance we need. And if we get caught in intellect, we see everything in a partners, everything in terms of division, not unity. And you know, when I speak to audiences like this, just give out whatever I got. And when I speak to intellectual audiences, like elite students at Oxford University in England, I have to work out, I'm serious, how I'm going to put it in baby steps so they can get it. Serious. Why? Because they are entrapped by intellect, they are entrapped, deeply, deeply entrapped by mind, to be where we are, and we can get entrapped in the mind game if we don't stay conscious. And this whole conspiracy that I've been talking about, writing about all these years, is bottom line, it's a whole, are we consciousness or mind? Are we all that is, or are we just little me? That's the difference between freedom and slavery. He's to the place where he used to And he spent most of his life, but if that's your path, then that's what you can do. And he said after experiencing this, going beyond mind is consciousness which is put on limitations. You originally unlimited, perfect beliefs, and you take on limitations and become the mind. And when we do that, we create a world of mind, and that's the one we're experiencing. We drop pepper bombs on the most cloudy piece of land on the earth in Gaza, and we claim to be conscious. Mind does that. Free your mind, and even free yourself from mind. And there is, I suggest, where we have to be in mind. Too many stuff to get to. The question is, how much are we in mind, and how much are we in consciousness? That fundamentally changes the life that we lead in the world that we see. And people think that the heart is just an organ that pumps blood. Actually, it creates a massive electromagnetic field and connects us out there to what we call consciousness. The conspiracy is to keep us in mind, keep us in the head, and out of the heart, through manipulation of fear, stress, competition, and all the other things. When I was in the only time I've taken psychoactive drugs was in 2003 in a rainforest in Brazil. And I took this ayahuasca stuff, and not everyone had a good experience. I had a fantastic experience. 5 hours with boys, with female form, as loud as mine is now, talked to me about the nature of reality. And I came back and I looked at all the scientific stuff and tried to kind of sitting and things that we can. And the opening line that this voice said to me was, "There's really only one thing you need to know. Infinite love is the only truth. Everything else is illusion." In other words, the existence of one infinite consciousness is the only truth. Everything else is the manifestation of that consciousness. The illusion. And it's right around one of my books. Love is not what you're in. It is something you are. One of the other great ways that we are scammed is to hijack the word love from the notion of love. It's just the word, it's the energy of love. And so love is being attracted to someone. Well, I know people who work in the mind control, or have worked in the mind control area, who told me that as long as you can stimulate a chemical in two people, you will get attracted to each other and they love. What we call being in love is so often electrochemical attraction. And we have lost the true meaning of love, which is not to fall in love with an individual, and that's fine, I'm not knocking it, it's nice. But to see that it is an attraction on one level. But what we need to do is understand what we are. Love. The kind of love that has a love for all things, for all existence, because we are all existence. Therefore, if we don't love everything, we don't love ourselves, because everything is us and we are everything. And when we close our heart to real love, we call it in fake love, I might call it electrochemical love. And when we fall for the scams of fear of the future, fear of the unknown, fear of anything I can get to be frightened of, then we go into this, what I call Icke, where we become entrapped in a low-level auric field, which works through the body and animates the body and works through things like we call thought, but is caught in mind. And this is everything from the water of mind and not from consciousness.